Most people believe their suffering comes from the outside, from what others said, from how life turned out, from what they didn't get. But here's the truth. Most of the pain you feel doesn't come from the world. It comes from inside you. Talesverser. Suffering isn't something that attacks you. It's something that grows within you, like a shadow that you keep feeding. And the reason it feels so real is because it's yours. When something bad happens, pain comes first. Pain is natural. It's a reaction. But suffering, that's a story we tell ourselves about the pain. Pain says, "This hurts." Suffering says, "This will always hurt, and I can't escape it." That small difference changes everything, because while pain is part of life, suffering is something we build and rebuild every single day. You can't always stop pain, but you can stop feeding the story that keeps it alive. Think about it. A comment from someone can hurt you once, but when you replay it in your head over and over, that's you keeping the wound open. It's like picking at your own scars. The world might move on, but you don't. And that's where most of our suffering lives. Not in what happened, but in what we keep repeating. It's strange, right? We fight so hard against the world outside, trying to fix every unfair thing, when what really breaks us is happening quietly inside. The endless thoughts, the self-blame, the imaginary arguments that play in our minds at night. No one sees them, but they shape your reality more than anything around you. When we say life is hard, it's not always life. It's the noise we refuse to silence, the stories we refuse to stop telling. Some people live decades in the same loop. They don't suffer because life is cruel. They suffer because they keep reminding themselves that it is. Here's the weird part. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's replayed. When you relive a painful memory, your body reacts like it's happening again. Same stress, same heartbeat, same chemicals. So even if the pain ended years ago, you can still suffer today just because your mind pressed replay. And this happens to almost everyone. We think, "I can't stop feeling like this." But the truth is, we don't try to stop. We feed the suffering with attention, with what-ifs, with regret. Suffering loves attention. The more you think about it, the stronger it becomes. And sometimes we even mistake it for identity. We say, "This is who I am, this is my story." But it's not. It's just a loop you never paused long enough to notice. Now, I'm not saying you should suppress pain. That never works. You can't fake peace. But you can stop confusing thoughts for reality. You can see what's happening inside without becoming it. Here's something simple that actually works. When you catch yourself overthinking, don't argue with the thought. Don't fight it. Just notice it, like you're watching a cloud move across the sky. Say to yourself, "That's a thought." That small step pulls you out of the story. It sounds too simple, but that's the point. Your suffering grows because you keep reacting. The moment you observe it instead of joining it, it starts to lose power. Another thing, stop asking, "Why me?" That question has no real answer. It only keeps you trapped. Try asking, What now? What can I do with this moment? Pain can be transformed into strength, but not if you're busy blaming yourself or the world. And don't expect peace to feel dramatic. It's not fireworks. It's silence where noise used to be. It's the moment you realize you don't have to chase, defend, or prove anything. That's what freedom really feels like. Not happiness, but quiet. It's hard at first, because your mind is used to chaos. It wants to keep thinking, fixing, or explaining. But peace doesn't need explanations. It just needs space. You don't have to meditate for hours or read philosophy to start. Just slow down when your thoughts rush in. Take a breath before reacting. Ask yourself, is this pain, or is this the story I'm telling about it? That one question can save you from days of unnecessary suffering. When someone hurts you, pause before turning it into a lifelong wound. When things go wrong, stop before labeling yourself unlucky or broken. Because that's where you create suffering, in the label, not the moment. Sometimes silence is the only answer pain needs. Not revenge, not explanation, just silence. Let the wave pass without chasing it. And remember this, no one else can end your suffering for you. People can comfort you, guide you, love you, but they can't reach the voice inside your head. That's your battlefield, and the only person who can win there is you. The world will keep giving you challenges, unfairness, or loss. That's part of being alive. But what happens inside you is your responsibility. You can't always choose pain, but you can choose whether or not to suffer from it twice. The trick isn't to escape life's chaos. It's to stop adding to it with your thoughts. It's learning to see pain without turning it into identity. It's realizing that peace isn't something you find. It's what's left when you stop fighting reality. So the next time your mind starts replaying the past or predicting disaster, just notice it. Don't make it personal. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to win every argument. You just have to see clearly what's happening inside you and stop letting it define you. Because at the end of the day, most of our suffering isn't the world's fault. It's the echo of our own resistance. And when you stop fighting your own mind, you'll realize the world was never as cruel as it seemed. It was just loud. And once you stop feeding the noise, peace finds its way back in, quietly, naturally, without effort.
And that's a wrap, my dear friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, stay awesome.